Every morning when I drop them off at school, there's joy. I'm both a parent and an educator. We make it a point as a school community to welcome students with smiles on our faces, and that is across all of our campuses.
I take the time to greet every child every time I see them, just so they know that I'm being consistent. That is something that all of the leaders in our organization are doing.
I love it.
DC Prep is a school where we serve students from pre-K 3 all the way up to 8th grade. We have 6 campuses in our organization in different wards of DC, and we do have a program we call Prep Next that is also able to support our students beyond them leaving us. One of the things that we definitely pride ourselves on here is being able to give our students a well-rounded education.
Our goal was to have really great schools in these neighborhoods.
Are you ready? Yeah! All right, let's go.
I would say one thing that makes DC Prep extraordinary is just being very intentional about achieving results. And that starts from pre-K all the way through 8th grade. From naming our classrooms after colleges, just very purposeful, trying to plant those seeds to get our children thinking about college at a very early and young age. Making sure that every student reaches their fullest potential.
Bliss, do you agree or disagree?
One of the other things that we tend to do is spending a lot of time celebrating our students.
What's the ratio that he wants, and if you mess with it, he's not gonna be happy?
1 cup of milk.
Yes.
2 spoons of cocoa.
That's it. Freeze right there. That's beautiful.
So we work to have a lot of incentives to have some of our rituals.
We want our students to move into the middle school experience while still sheltered and together as a 4th grade cohort. So our middle school at DC Prep begins in 4th grade, but our students are capable and more than capable of demonstrating what they need to do in order to be successful with different curriculum, with a widened array of teachers.
So how do you get from 8 to 1?
Divide.
Yes.
But I think as a parent, you want to know that your student is being cared for. You also want to know that the teachers are skilled in the things that they're doing. The teachers are skilled at DC Prep. We know that the longer our teachers are here and the more that we're able to work to develop them, all of our teachers are getting much stronger. We do a really good job of being focused on data. I love how even, y'all have the point system going to understand where our students actually are. And then we meet with teachers, okay, how did this specific student do? What is the goal for this specific student? Okay, let's look tomorrow to see how they grew based on what we talked about yesterday. And then how do we need to adjust for the next day?
So I would definitely say that I grew as a person altogether. I grew as a student. I first figured out that my interest was in STEM in 4th grade, mostly because I had a teacher and he was very supportive.
Hey, David, how are you?
Good, how are you?
How was the school visit this weekend?
I'm a high school placement counselor, so it's Michelle. And what that means for the students is we are their point of contact to get them into the right schools, the schools with the right fit. We also help the parents with the application process.
Tell me a little bit about Woodbury and your experience.
The high school placement process is unique to DC Prep. And so roughly around 6th grade, we really start looking at students' grades and talking to them about high school, and then get our students into a lot of select high schools.
High school might seem really far off for the parent of a child who's 3, 4, even 8 and 9. The reality is you don't just get to 6th grade and suddenly know how to meet a high caliber.
We had a great computer science class, so I would definitely like to start that there.
One of the ways that DC Prep best prepares students for high school is getting them to really build up their pride in their cultural identity.
I think the reason why a lot of schools, they pick our kids because we have good kids. And our kids understand what it is to put their nose to the grind and get the work done.
The word high. It is the bottom. See, look. That's the bottom.
So we really support them every step of the way through their journey. Prep Next is the enduring commitment once they leave DC Prep in those 10 years as they transition into high school.
We actually support you in high school, but in college as well. So up to 10 years after you graduate from 8th grade?
Our college graduation rate is 4 times the number at the national level. We know that so many of our students face systemic obstacles, and those obstacles don't just disappear when they leave DC Prep. And so we really work with students and families to be able to tackle whatever comes up as they continue their journeys outside of DC Prep.
I find it phenomenal for a school to advocate that kind of time, or put in that kind of effort to follow a child.
When I think about DC Prep and the future, I'm excited. DC Prep is here to stay. We will continue to try to make our product better. We'll continue to try to listen and get feedback from parents, from the community. DC Prep will continue to make just huge impacts in children's lives. I know DC Prep will continue to serve the Kids Awards 5, 7, and 8.